December 19, and we are on the last 6 of the die here in the Chessex Dice Advent Calendar, or any conglomeration of those words. Flip it. Okay. So we're getting to a point where we don't have a lot of hatches left, obviously, as the Advent Calendar comes closer to an end. It's not there yet. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Is it a wall that it's pressing again? Yes, it is. That would explain why it resisted. Normally, like, the butt of this pick is, like, if you do like this jab, that's usually strong enough to punch through, or at least punch these connections down. Okay. Push you in a side, stupid wall, without peeking inside. Now, you might have seen what is, at least a glimpse of what is inside. I have not, and I will try not to do so, as I don't like being spoiled. I mean, I like being spoiled with things, but I don't like being spoiled with surprises that I was already going to get. Okay, let's see what it contains. Oh. Well, I didn't expect that. Okay, so here is 3 die in total. All of them belongs to one of 2 sets. We got the Don't be stupid. 'Cause I'm not. There we go. We got the D12 for the set that we started out here in the tray. Put you on the side here. We got the D12 for... Come on. You can do it. Do not... No, I can feel that slip. Ah. I'd imagine someone with much larger fingers than mine is going to struggle immensely with this thing. I mean, unless you just tear it apart like a savage animal, which I might have to resort to. So we got the D12 of the, I want to call it solar burst kind of set. And we got the D4. Oh, this is why. It's because the walls are not full pieces. They're essentially smaller bits, so that means that they have no weight of their own, which means that they're all too easy to manipulate. Come out, D4. Okay. Not the constellation that I had expected or anticipated, but I will definitely take it. Now, if I tilt this ever so slightly, you can see part of the issue here. This is basically just a super thin, like as thin as this outer board here, layer, and as you might be able to see if I can tilt it, there is a small gap there. Now, dies so happen to have, especially certain die, happen to have corners. What are corners good at? That's right, finding their way into a gap and getting stuck. Now, and when they get stuck, they act, especially a D4, will act as almost like a hammer and nail, which means that if you shake it around and the others happen to bounce into them, which is very likely given how small these pits are, you're gonna have dies that get themselves stuck or migrate into a different hatch, and that is not what you want. All right, to the dies themselves. Let's start with this one, the outlier. The coloring looks good. I mean, I like this set in general, like the base coloring of it. Not so fond of the lettering, but, you know. See, are there any glaring errors? doesn't look like it. That's at least something. 3 and 4 might be difficult to read, but that's, for this set, that's actually a pretty high standard, so that's not so bad. And at least the lettering here is actually metallic, and that sort of bronze, brass that it is supposed to be. It is not just a dull brown that maybe at some point was metallic, but definitely isn't anymore. All right, that's good. Well, let's just push these guys to the side and roll it. And actually have it in focus. So that was a 5. You go up with the rest. The D12 of this set. We pushed him out here. So this is a very simple clear resin die, and with white marbling inside, basically paint swirls that have been like sort of mixed up along when before the resin settles. And yeah, there's not much to say. Looks nice. I mean, it's almost like, it kind of gives the illusion of like an ice shelf with this sort of hole there is here, and you see into this very clear, potentially very cold water. But seeing as it's just paint swirls, there's really not anything that could upset the internal balance of this die. And it is also, well, the lettering is translucent, so this will glow in the dark. Which is nice. Again, it's not the top selling point for me, but I'm not complaining. The D4 seems a little small to me. There's a little bit of smudging here on the lettering on the 4 on that side. And this looks like the, if we can, focus, if that the painting wasn't like you just basically brushed over it and was happy with that. Other than that, and a little bit smudging on the 2 there, but I mean, in general, this looks nice. Let me just see if it's the same size as a regular D4. I mean, it looks smaller, but comparing them like this reveals that they really aren't. So, yeah, I don't know. It just looked that way when I first glanced at it. Oh well. Did I roll the D12 in here? I don't remember. I did now. And the D4 to follow? Nice. 1. Okay, well, I'm not... Obviously, this was just the test D4. So, I'm not going to put those up in the bowl until I have a complete set. The reason why I'm differentiating between this is that this white, red, and yellow set had all showed up individually. So that was in a hatch, 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 that was in a hatch of its own. This is the only one that have been together with any other die. And for these dies down here, they have not been appearing individually. They and the mini die, which are also in here as well, as you can just see at the top there, all arrived, well, for this set, in at least two hatches. They're still missing 2 die for this to be complete. And the micro die, well, they are also missing some, and I suspect that it is likely going to be in 2 hatches for those to sort of fit the bill of a full set. But I am promised a full set on the description. I will be doing, probably as a separate video, sort of a catch-up video to be like, did it live up to my expectations? Did it deliver on what it promised? And will I sort of a grading video for the dies? But that's probably from when I get home from Christmas at my parents'. All right, that's it for this episode. We will grab on to the last 5 tomorrow. And until then, take care.